Morning, it's day 75. Really bummed this morning. I got on the scale thinking I'd at least still be at 29 even. I was at 28.8 pounds. I really wanted to hit 30, be super close. I mean, a pound is really close, so 28.8 pounds this morning. I might try weighing again in about an hour, we'll see. Oh, we got a belly rubs. I think that's a belly rubs. Give it up. Yeah. Come on, come on. Go all the time. I stuck to my goal, which was to follow everything that I was doing and not do something drastic just to hit the weight loss goal, because it would have just gone back up and I would have been frustrated. So I'm really happy. 29.8 pounds in 75 days. I ended up taking the day off. I had to take Moose, our 14 year and a half old dog, for his, it's called the Librela shot for his arthritis this morning. He's had a rough week. Last Friday he had a bad fall. And when he got out of the car this morning, he landed really hard, and it just kind of all hit me, and I walked in the vet holding back tears, and then when we were weighing him for the shot, I just started crying, and they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No." It's just a lot right now. Watching him, Moose, who we knew, we'd be getting here someday with him soon. At the same time as dealing with Axel, I like specifically tried to avoid this by not getting dogs too close in age and spreading them out, and here we are with two essentially dying dogs at once, and Maggie having no clue, and it makes it even harder. This morning she jumped on Axel's belly, and because he likes to get on his back for his belly rubs. It's a lot. It's very stressful. Everyone has medicine, and Moose doesn't eat. Like, he's a grazer. He doesn't eat regularly. He's very finicky. It's hard to give him his medicine, and it's just, I'm grateful for the time we have with them. It's just, I just needed a kind of a mental break for a little bit. So I just ran errands. I took Axie with me in the car. It was a lot of fun. I love taking him. He's such a good boy. Now, starting off our last walk of 75 hard. Definitely going to keep you guys updated on what's going on with Axel right now. It's kind of, I don't even want to say it's day to day. He's doing okay. Very torn about going to Utah next week. If I see him start to decline, I'm not going. I've already talked to my family about it. I can't leave him. If he's like he is today, he's like this, he's doing pretty good, we're gonna go. I'm only gone for 4 days before I see him again. It's hard to even think about, I guess. Want to do the hills. Can we do half of the hill, buddy? We'll do half the hill twice. I'm feeling pretty confident that if I follow this with another 75 hard, I think I'm going to start it after Utah, that I should be able to lose at least another 20 pounds. Another 20 pounds from where I am now will be the lowest I have been in, we're going to say at minimum, 2017. That's when I started, like, drop 40 by 40, which led to me titling my page after 40. I got down to like 222, I think was my weight. So if I get beyond that, that was the lowest I've been. I don't know how long. I have to go look and maybe check doctor's records to see how long. Right now, I haven't been at this weight in over 1.5 years, I think. Now this is fairly accurate. When I did the DEXA scan, this was very close to the DEXA scan, so I feel like I feel pretty confident in these numbers. I started January 20th. Oh, I haven't been wanting to say this. I started January 20th at 268 pounds. Today, I am 239 pounds. My goal weight was 238.8. I missed it by 0.2 pounds. My body fat on January 20th was 62.6% body fat, 57.7% today. Still considered excessive according to the app. BMI is down 5.1. I was 46.4. It is now 41.3. Skeletal muscle plus 4.6%. Muscle mass plus 7.2 pounds. I had 94.6 pounds of muscle mass on 120. I am now 101.8 pounds of muscle mass. The muscle storage ability level, that didn't change. I have to learn more about that. Protein up 2.4%. My BMR, still considered inefficient according to the app, but that has gone up 76 kcals. Fat-free body weight plus 7.6 pounds. I had 100.6 at the start of this and 108.2 today. Subcutaneous fat down 6.5%. These are the numbers that matter. It was 53.4% on the 20th, 46.9% today. Visceral fat down 4. There's a 26, is now a 22, considered excessive still. Body water up 5.4%. This number I was very interested in because the amount of water I was drinking. It took forever for that percentage to change. It was at 25.7. It's now 31.1. It's still considered low. My guess is that your weight and body fat has something to do with this number. I'm not sure. Bone mass plus 0.6. I was at 6 pounds. Now 6.6 pounds bone mass. So those are the numbers. I finally gave you my weight. I didn't want to, honestly. So now that we're talking weight, this weight today, was I say 268.8 is the highest that I have been ever. I knew I was approaching that and still was continuing to eat poorly. I was just really caught up in depression and just doing what I wanted to do and eating. I ate these calories. I gained this weight eating. There's nothing wrong with me. I mean, I'm sure there's factors that contribute to this, but I ate these calories. Yeah, what's different about this than every other time that I've lost weight? And the only thing I can think is that I feel like it set me up to do things that are doable in the future, that can be continued. There's Moose sleeping on the bed behind me. He is a sweet boy. I think in another video I might go over the rules a little bit more in depth. It should be hard for you. So we could look at this from different perspectives. Was this hard for me? Physically? Not necessarily. Mentally? 1000%. Like he suggested on a walk, like you could add a weighted vest to make it harder. Well, yeah, I actually considered that here in the end to add the 30 pounds so I need to remind myself what 30 pounds feels like. But just getting up out of bed every day, doing the workout, going outside and walking in the elements that you don't want to walk in, that was hard. That was really hard for me. And I do think that if I shouldn't say think, I gotta stop talking like that. When I go to do this again, I am going to make the workouts harder, but for what I just did in the last 75 days, I know it wasn't perfect and you're supposed to start over, but I'm glad I didn't stop and start over because I needed to keep going. I needed desperately to get that 30 pounds off of me. It was smothering me. It was suffocating me. It was... I couldn't move. And now I feel like I can move freely. I feel lighter. I feel smaller. My clothes, these sweatpants I have on had gotten so tight. Had gotten tight on me. I just overall feel so much better. I have these shirts that weren't fitting me that I can wear again. I could stand. I mean, we were out for a couple hours with the kids tonight. Normally I would have had to find my place somewhere to sit, and I stood for the whole time, and I'm not in excruciating pain from it. Just, there's been so many benefits. And my main message, if you've hung in through this whole blabbering, is just do it. Just try it. Don't wait for the right moment, the right time. I'm really bad about doing that myself, but if you keep waiting for that right time, the right moment, you're never going to do it. You're never going to start because it's never going to be right. And I do that in a lot of my personal life, with hobbies and things like that. Oh, it's just not the right light, or this or that, or you're just going to keep making excuses not to do it. 75 hard is attainable. It's structure. And I think the most important thing with diet and exercise is structure. And I like set things up. Think about what that next 2.5 months looks like for you. And this is kind of what they talk about in Atomic Habits. What does that next 2.5 months look like for you? Get yourself in a schedule where you're not already setting yourself up to fail when you start this. Think ahead about the obstacles that you might face and how you'll address those. And I think if let's say, for example, I didn't do the 3-hour gap, not intentionally, but we've been there, but if that 3-hour gap is what holds you up from starting something that's going to change your life, that would be silly, right? It wouldn't make sense. So just do it. Just don't do the 3-hour gap. Well, at the end of the day, you don't get a sticker that says you completed 75 hard by the specific rules. I mean, I think it's important to follow the rules. But if that's what's going to hold you back, you're just going to keep hurting yourself. So go, just do it. Just try it. Start it. And don't be so caught up. And this was something that I learned through this. Don't be caught up in getting it just right. 268.8 pounds. I am not proud of that number. I ate my way to that weight. I've had stomach issues. I'm going to give you excuses right now. I ate my way there. I keep saying, I had stomach issues and I was enjoying ice cream for a change. But every time I ate something when I was at that weight, I felt miserable about it. It didn't make me feel good. And the funny thing is after a couple of days, and this is something that I think is really important to talk about, and because this is the history of me losing weight, when I stopped the added sugar that I'm addicted to, I go like 3 days and I'm over it. I'm not craving it anymore. It's that quick to get over it. It makes absolutely no sense to me, because when you're in it, and you're like, like right now dealing with what's going on with Axel, I'm sure I would have picked up a box of Swiss cake rolls, downed a couple, then threw them away so I wouldn't keep eating them, or maybe I would have just opened up a pack and just eaten the chocolate off the outside. Like you do the weirdest things. It's an addiction, 1,000%. Food's an addiction. I find that I found more empathy for people with addiction when I've realized that food's truly an addiction, and sometimes I'd almost say I binge. I didn't eat, all organic or like a crazy diet through this. I literally just watched my calories and my added sugars and stayed within my calories, drank the water. That's what I did. And I just totally think that don't wait for the right time to start it. When you start it, I think the first book should be Atomic Habits. Either Make Your Bed or Atomic Habits. Read those books. Follow it with Let Them. I think they are the perfect books for this challenge. They'll carry you through half of the challenge, I think, reading those 2 books. It will be hard to find a good book that follows. I really couldn't get into Girl, Stop Apologizing, because I feel like I read such good books that now that book was kind of like, meh. I didn't like 5-second Rule. Again, it's just not Let Them. And I had high expectations. Anyways, don't wait for the right time. This is the most important message that I can, the biggest takeaway. Just start. If you're thinking about it, just start. And if you, like me, there's 3 rules I wasn't perfect on, and I chose not to start over when I realized it because I was already so far along. I didn't want that to discourage me. Think about it. Think about what your next 2.5 months look like. Think ahead of time about how you can navigate this challenge on those days. Trust me, you're gonna be okay if you don't eat cake at a baby shower or a wedding shower or a birthday party. You're gonna be okay. And you can do it. Really think, like, because it says no cheating. So like before I started, I knew I was going to go through Valentine's Day, and I knew chocolate covered strawberries were going to be a big challenge for me. And we had decided that we make them and then we give them as a gift, that I was only going to be able to keep so many. I only kept 3, and I only ate 1 a day over 3 days. That was huge for me. Typically, John gets me a dozen and probably 6 of them are gone. I mean, he's literally walking in the door and I'm grabbing and open that box and eating the chocolate covered strawberries. And over that time, I ate the 3 over 3 days. That's my cheat. Somewhere in there in the last week, my mom was trying like a new candy bar. I ate a piece of that candy bar. Try and use this battery. Like that big. That's it. Counted in my calories. I didn't take advantage of my exercise calories to add to my calories, because I felt like that would be cheating. Even when I dropped down, I was still good. When I dropped down to the 1500 for a short time, and then I was told to go back up to 18, that was all based on recommendations from nutritional program. I stuck to my calories. And it was hard when I was down at 1500 for a little bit. Just go for it. Just go for it. I really don't know what else to say. You can do this. So great. And I feel like even not with those slight mishaps with the rules, that the benefits were too great for me to quit. And I won't say quit, but even start over. And with everything going on with Axel and traveling next week, I decided I'm not going right back into 75 hard. I'm not doing phase 1. I chose a while ago not to do phase 1. Please. It was very hard for me to share my weight. And I shared it because for me it makes a difference when I watch somebody else's videos and I see their body looks like mine or their weight is close to mine, and I see that they're successful. I feel like then that's attainable for me, and that's the only reason I shared my weight, is because I think that somebody else could benefit from it. It's very hard. I'm ashamed of myself for getting to that weight, and I'm not saying that like if you weigh more than me or the same as me or close to me that you should be ashamed. It's just how I personally feel. Being athletic my whole life, I don't understand. It's hard for me to comprehend how I let myself get there, and I did. And that's what I struggle with, and that's what bothers me about it, is like for someone who's as active as me and has always played sports, who's in triathlon, how did I get there? How did I get there? I know how I got here today, but how did I get there? Something for me to think about. Anyways, let's mark this day off. Let's be done. Here it is. Day 75. And the weight is, what did I say? 239. $75 hard. Well, sorta done.